Welcome to the another episode of Language and Linguistics. Today in this episode, we will talk about linguistics and its related fields of study. So out of those fields of studies or disciplines, today we will discuss 5 disciplines which are closely related with linguistics. Linguistics and Anthropology, Linguistics and Philosophy, Linguistics and Psychology, Linguistics and Literature, and lastly, Linguistics and Communications Engineering. And now, let us see the relationships between linguistics and anthropology. Broadly speaking, anthropology is the scientific study of mankind, its behavior, culture, and society as a whole. And linguistics also studies the relationship between language and culture, how language plays a role in the society or culture. You might have heard of the term sociolinguistics. It studies the sociological aspects of language. Anthropology have 2 subdivisions, physical anthropology and cultural anthropology. The linguistics itself is a branch of cultural anthropology. Linguistics and philosophy. The association between philosophy and linguistics have been historically very long. The first speculation on language was made by philosophers. Philosophy is the study of the functional nature of knowledge, reality, and existence. The relationship between philosophy and language is that philosophy investigates the nature of language, the relationships between language user, and the world. Investigations may include inquiry into the nature of meaning, intentionality, reference, the constitution of sentences, concept, learning, and thought. The metaphysical systems of philosophy can only be communicated through the use of language. Philosophers have to coin numerous terms to communicate their metaphysical and mystical experience. Let's move on to the relationship between linguistics and psychology. Linguistics is the scientific study of human language, and language is behavior and a cognitive process. Psychology is the study of human behavior and human mind. The child acquisition of language is indeed a study of psychologists. How language is learned by a child. Is language a result of stimulus response, imitation, repetitions, or is language learned by exposure? Can a child relearn a language after a brain damage or injury? These are the questions that both linguists and psychologists have to work together to answer. There is a separate discipline within linguistics called psycholinguistics, which deals linguistics and psychology together. Linguistics and literature are like the 2 sides of a coin. So here, let's see how linguistics and literature are related. Literature may be best explained as a body of written works that is most often considered as artistic or intellectual. And so on the other hand, linguistics is the study of language and as such is a scientific and analytic study of the structure and the elements of language. We can say that linguistics and literatures are both the product of language. Grammatical rules and systems of grammar were made on the basis of literary works and the types of sentences, structures, and the word form are found in the literary work. Linguists has taken over the concept of meters, rhymes, stretch, and intonations from literature. Linguists studies literary work to address the ways in which language is differently organized in literature. Linguists discovers wherein literary works differ from other texts, and they studies various literary styles adopted by the writers. It is known as stylistics, which is a branch in applied linguistics. Language is a medium in which literature is written or presented orally, and linguistics is the study of that language used in literature. Lastly, we come on the relation between linguistics and communications engineering. The transmission of speech sound by wire and radio waves and the conversion of linguistic signals into written message is the work of communications engineering. Linguistics helps in understanding the linguistic nature of these materials to be transmitted. Linguistics also helps the engineers to estimate the value of different phonetics components in the sound wave. Invention of machine translation is the work of the linguist engineers. Without the involvement of linguistics analysis, machine translation will not be possible.